Challenges are a part of life, but it is how we overcome setbacks that's what truly defines us. Resilience is a quality as rare as platinum, and it is personified by the great MS Dhoni, a true man of platinum.
The MS Dhoni Signature Edition. Jewelry crafted in rare platinum for men of platinum.
Hello and welcome to the Dhoni Legacy, presented by Men of Platinum. Through this series, we explore values that are at the core of the great MS Dhoni's career, as we have been. And today's core value is resilience. It's just synonymous with Dhoni, with the kind of batter that he was, with the kind of leader that he was, resilient. And that's something that Cheteshwar Pujara knows well, teammate of MS Dhoni for very many years. Ian Bishop is with us, having spent so much time as a broadcaster watching Dhoni, interacting with him as well. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. To start with, if we talk about the resilience of Dhoni, I wonder what comes to mind first. There is the man, the captain, the batter in different formats, different situations. Puji, when I say resilience, what comes to mind for MS?
For me, it's about adapting to different situations, and for me, having played with him in the test format, longest format of the game, which wasn't his strength, and I've seen him many times where if the situation demanded, he was resilient enough to bat for the team, to play dot balls, to leave balls, which wasn't his character because he was known to play shots, but he changed his game according to the situation of the game. And that is something which is always a remarkable, when you are having a tough time, you just don't throw away your wicket, and that is something which wasn't his strength, but he made it his strength. He tried doing those things for the team, and then whenever situation was in his favor, he played his shots. But in the longer format, to adapt to different situations, it's something which he has done it remarkably well.
Yeah, I want to explore that a little deeper in a moment, but I want us to also go back to when he first became captain for a little while. And we speak of resilience, which is a value as rare as platinum. MS Dhoni is a man of platinum. And back in 2007, Bish, when the 50-over World Cup happened in the Caribbean, it was one of India's most disappointing ICC events. Strong team at the time, and it underwent quite a significant overhaul when the first T20 World Cup happened not too long after. Dhoni was captain then. And take us back to that time, especially for younger viewers, in terms of what Indian cricket was going through and how MS Dhoni then emerged, not just for India, but for the world as, this is someone who's lifted them from significant disappointment to success instantly almost.
For me, you'd have to go back a little further than that.
Sure.
Right? Because if you look at generations coming into when India was opening up, there was a spirit that was found under someone like a Saurav Ganguly, who was very steely, who was in your face kind of thing, and he ushered India into a new dispensation, for example. And I remember going to Malaysia for a tri-series. I think Greg Chappell was coach at the time. And we caught up, I think it was about 2 or 3 of us caught up with Greg Chappell one day when the rain fell and just on the fence of the pavilion. And he was just effusively talking about cricket, and we were so eager to pick his mind. And the one thing that stood out to me, he said, "See that guy there?" Pointing to MS. The long hair and all that. They remember the long hair he had flowing there? He said, "That guy, one day he will captain India, and he'd be very good at it." Never did I forget that. And it was astounding because he came out of Ranchi.
Correct.
It wasn't like he came out of Mumbai or Delhi or one of the big centers. So I thought, really? He said, it was something along the lines of, that's perhaps why he will make a good leader one day, because he's very grounded. He's had to learn the game, and he's almost self-made, and that was prophetic in many ways. So I understand the disappointment of 2007. And speaking of resilience, to move from 2007, because it shocked the Caribbean.
Correct.
When India got knocked out very early, because a lot of the tourism was built around India being in the tournament and going deeper, right? So I never forgot that. And then to go to South Africa and the first T20 World Cup and to win that, I think epitomizes everything that MS was about.
Yeah.
Good leader, man manager, and when we speak to him, as we're fortunate to do, not as players but as a press, But this guy's just willing to stand there and just chat with us before the toss and after the toss and after the presentation, and he doesn't hide behind any failures. Brilliant, strong.
Yeah, I guess resilience goes hand in hand with leadership. You need to be tough, especially when you're the India captain. One of the things, Pooja, you would have seen when we speak of resilience, a value as rare as platinum, and MS being man of platinum because he showcased resilience in leadership, managing seniors. It was a big part of his early years as captain. It continued to be something that he had to navigate, deal with when even players like yourself grew from youngsters to senior players in the team. What was that one aspect that epitomized his leadership as tough, as resilient for you?
Well, for me, it was being a young player who just got into the Indian team. He was treating everyone the same. Although he had to deal with some senior players who has been part of the team for such a long time with the Indian team. They were legends of the game. But at the same time, when a youngster walks into the dressing room, he should be feel welcome. He should be, as a leader, you should be approachable. And whenever I wanted to have a chat with Mahi Bhai, he was more than happy to have a chat. Sometimes he used to come and have a chat with me, sharing his guidance and what was expected out of me as a player, what are the things which I had to work on. So he was very open to the discussion, and he kept that dressing room environment, which was very pleasant, where everyone was treated in a equal manner.
When you spoke of his batting as resilient, I mean, I can recall the time where we thought Dhoni doesn't have the technique perhaps to be successful in England, swinging ball and all that, but he showed us what his way was, which is very unconventional, stepping down multiple times, almost, avoiding the swing, but if it came at the risk of taking one on the shoulder, on the elbow, he had no problem with that. It also, this skill of braving up, of showing resilience in test match cricket, must have been quite something to watch and witness his ability to be resilient at that time.
And it's not an easy thing to do for an aggressive player, because someone like me who has done it from childhood. But for an aggressive player to do that, it takes a lot of courage. You need that mental strength, mental power to, let your ego go and then still have blows on your body and then still stay calm and still believe in his ability. Because there are times where there are a lot of questions on him, where can he be successful in the test format, and he has showed that there are some very important innings which he has played 100%. For the Indian team, which were quite crucial for the team's success. So, yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of courage to play such an innings.
I think when we speak of Dhoni legacy, which is part of, what we're discussing, nothing speaks more of resilience when after that tough year, Bish, that CSK had, when the captaincy changed and they finished as low as they did in the pandemic, to then come back and win it, not just in 2021, but also in 2023, and we just saw a man who we thought, how much more life does Dhoni have in his IPL career and whatnot. But the resilience shown to go from where CSK finished close to the bottom of the table to then take them up, and you've been part of the IPL for so many years now. Is it fair to say that there is a different resolve under teams led by MS Dhoni, with no disrespect to others, but when the CSK play with different captain, play under Dhoni, you can just see something different or feel different?
History tells us, doesn't it? 2020, I think they finished second from bottom.
Yes.
And did they win in 2021?
Yeah.
Right? Then 2022, second from bottom again. 2023, they won. So that's not by accident. That's about leadership. That's about sending the right messages in the dressing room. And of course, the coaches and stuff would be involved in that, and your players and stuff. But everyone's looking to that guy who makes everyone feel like an equal in the dressing room. And for his ability, as we sit here now, it was 48 hours ago, at age 43, he came out and he helped CSK win a game.
Yes, against Lucknow.
When he's long retired from international cricket because he has so many reps. There again is another emblematic moment of his character coming through. Never give up. And he's smart as well. And Chetty knows this. He doesn't suffer fools gladly. For as nice a person that he is, if he needs to set you right, he sets you right.
Well, brilliant. Thank you so much, Cheteshwar Pujara, Ian Bishop. Well, that's resilience for you. Never giving up, not letting failures define you. That is exactly how MS Dhoni spent his entire career. That's what makes him a true man of platinum.
The MS Dhoni Signature Edition. Jewelry crafted in rare platinum for men of platinum.